Meeting to order on October 8th, 2019 here in the town office. First up is police and introduction of new officer, Mr. Chief Purley. Oh, wait a second.
You gotta use 4 minutes because it's 2 of us. Come on up here, Martin. All right. So I want to right at the center of attention. All right. So I would like to introduce them as they recorded all the meetings too. So careful what you say. Careful what I say too.
Yeah, really.
So I would like to introduce Martin Bork Jr. He's our newest officer. This is not an additional position. This is the filling of a position that was vacated by Officer George Walker, who left for personal reasons some months ago. So this is the position that was approved at last year's town meeting. Martin is a lifelong resident of New Hampshire, and he's from Londonderry. Martin attended Londonderry High School, where he participated in football and lacrosse. Early in his life, he developed a desire to serve others as a police officer, and he even celebrated his 6th birthday at the Londonderry Police Department. Now, that's not a lot of people that can say they knew that early that they wanted to be a police officer. I thought that was a great little fact. In furtherance of his life goals after high school graduation to become a police officer, Marty attended the University of New Hampshire. He graduated in 2018 with a double major, Justice Studies and History. While he was in school, Officer Bork participated in an internship in Washington, D.C. with the U.S. Marshal Service that had wonderful things to say about him, and it really solidified his desire to continue in law enforcement. Like so many people that end up here, Martin's passion for snow sports drew him to the area. An avid snowboarder and outdoorsman, Officer Bork leapt at the chance to pursue his calling as a police officer in the Mount Washington Valley with the Jackson Police Department. And I would like to tell you that the marketing budget and cost associated with recruitment for the Jackson Police Department was $0, because we put an ad on our Facebook page, which doesn't cost you anything. And that's what he saw, and that's what he responded to, because of all of the things he saw that the community and the department were into. This was the place he wanted to be. So that's a pretty good return on your investment. Officer Bork will be currently undergoing field training. As you can see, he's uniformed. He went to the range today and qualified. With the members of the Jackson Police Department, that'll be 8 to 10 weeks, followed by his attendance at the 101st session of the New Hampshire Police Academy in January, and that's a 16-week program that he will attend and complete in I think in April, in mid-April. So I would like to welcome to the team and the other officers, Officer Martin Bork.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Marty.
Quite impressive. Welcome.
That's okay.
I was happy to see you over in Dundee.
Only pick the best.
I'm glad they showed you around.
Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We're gonna get back to work, and I have to ref a 2nd grade soccer game. So we're gonna bid adieu.
Thank you very much. Item number 3, approval of the minutes from September 24th. I'll entertain a motion to approve said minutes.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the September 24th meeting.
And I will second, because you were not here, Richard.
I was here, but not.
You were here, but not here. Any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Item number 4 is update on action items. Hart's location has joined the transfer station. That's a full-going conclusion. We got the contract signed on that, and they pay a stipend for use of our bins and recycling. So that was agreed to by the transfer station committee. Gosh, I don't know, probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe now. And Mark Dindorf came up, did a presentation, and had been ongoing discussions with Vicki Garner and myself as representatives, and came up with a contract, and that was approved by the committee and recently signed. So they'll be on board, and I believe that obviously that document's open to the public, and Julie, maybe we can put it on, can we put it on the e-news so everybody can see the terms of that?
Sure.
You know, just make sure that's out there, so there's... Julie had a thank you for the old library management committee for staining the railing at the old library. So that's done. Update, upcoming meetings, Tuesday, October 22nd, November 12th, and November 26th will be the next set of meetings. Any questions on any of those?
No?
Thank you. Thank you for the thank you.
Sorry?
Thank you for the thank you. It's redundant. All right, item number 5, Town of Jackson, the Jackson ski touring agreement renewal. We come on up and have a seat and join us. And
Hi.
Please rooms. Ellen Chandler, 5
Hi, Ellen, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
You're very welcome.
Now this, I guess, comes up every 5 years, is
Yes,
that correct?
yeah. And it's for use of the town lands. I mean, the big piece of it is the Prospect Farm access up there.
Mhm.
And I just put together the letter that sort of outlines the terms that have worked in the past, and hoping that is acceptable for the future, but I can answer questions or entertain
folks seen
questions.
that?
I did, yeah.
I think it was an exact duplicate.
It was basically
Yeah.
a duplicate. There's
Um,
no changes.
It was, Kevin, did you had some question about water bars or?
Oh, it was an issue that came up like 3 years ago, actually. It was a neighbor up on Carter Notch Road who owns a little red house, and we have a parking lot there.
Okay.
And she was telling me about an agreement that the town made with Jackson Ski Touring about that parking lot. About every spring, they're supposed to go in there and attempt to seed that and just hay it, so it looks kind of like a field again.
Okay.
And so anyway, it's been, every year I tell, new director or whatever about it. And I think I spoke with you past spring,
Yeah.
I mentioned it to you. But I didn't see any.
We graded it and we tried to seed it, but we didn't, we're up in the air as to whether, if we don't want to put fertilizer on it because
I mean, that would definitely.
it would defeat the purpose of it.
But I don't know if you could even get like conservation,
Make
like
some-
seed, just,
a little more
some
aggressive.
hay.
Okay,
And just do it the right time, I think,
Okay.
might work.
okay,
Just so that at least there was an attempt made.
okay,
And that's the only thing
Okay.
I'm bringing up. So,
okay,
like I said, it was brought to me about 3 years ago about that.
okay.
So.
That's the new lot on the crossroad?
No, it's the one on Carter Notch Road.
Oh, Carter Notch
Yes,
Road.
turns on the right.
We
Yeah.
call it the
Did you
woodchuck.
see the notice from the town engineer, Bert Phillips, about that erosion control area? There was a little memo about, if not, I can send it to you.
If you could send that, that'd be
Yeah.
great. If that's that same spot.
I believe it
Okay,
is.
okay.
That, Kevin, that was the same spot that Bert.
Yes, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's,
okay.
it's been brought up on that too. Yes.
Okay.
Anything else? You have any questions about the, I guess we're in agreement to sign it, or take a motion to sign the extending the contract with the ski touring folks for another 5 years.
I'll make a motion to sign the extended agreement for another 5 years with the Jackson Ski Touring Foundation.
I will second that.
Any further discussion?
Oh, do we get free passes for the selectmen?
Always.
And a complimentary chainsaw.
I have my own weed whacker.
I think the residents do get town-only.
Yeah,
There is yeah.
on the town only land, and they can get a pass, and then there's a resident rate for
So you
the,
sort of get a free one.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a benefit.
Benefit, yeah.
And we're very grateful, and hopefully we earn the respect of the town.
All those in favor?
I,
One thing on the side here, this weekend at my other place of employment, I had a person from England, I believe, was trying to use the trail map to hike. And I had to discourage that person from doing that. I know a lot of places are posted and such, but, I don't know if it'd be more signs, or, I know probably they avoid signs anyway sometimes,
Yeah,
but.
yeah, another thing for people to not read. But no, we are thinking of making, we're redoing the map for this winter, and so that will just be a winter map. But I'm going to try and use the new, it's not really new cartography, but it's the new artwork to then make a simple summer map, because you're not the only person. I mean, we've had some people just cruising down the golf course, sort of oblivious
Right.
to missiles. and there are a few places where they really can, and I would talk with you before we print that, because I don't want to encourage people to go behind, go behind the library is the place to tell them to go. Because I think that those are public open trail lands. And the other place that we are happy to have people hike is on off of Valley Cross Road, and I'll call the Wave Network, the trails
Right.
not on the Eagle Golf Course, but up on and they can walk there. There's no mountain biking up there, but walking is welcome. And
That would be helpful, I think. I just
so we tell them where to go. It's instead of just don't go here.
Right.
And then they can always hike up at Rocky Branch on the National Forest. Thank you. It's
Just wanted to pass that on,
No.
2 cents worth.
No, and the inns would like it too, because they would like to be able to give a proactive walking plan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have a good winter.
Oh,
All right.
Just
well,
not right today.
I'm not ready.
We're moving on to building inspector and Kevin Bennett. Come on down.
Busiest man in town.
Yeah.
Is it quieting down? No.
No.
It's not. No, it's not. to
Doesn't
tell you
look
the
like
truth.
it.
No, there's actually people trying to put foundations in still, and unbelievable. But let's see, we got some new building permits here. I don't know if I gotta read them all, but I mean, there's a couple renewals here. And the last one's a new house going up on Sugar Hill Lane. And I don't know if they're gonna start that this year, because a lot hasn't even been cleared yet, so I don't know if they're gonna wait. It's a small house, too. Nothing very big. Then on another note, last Thursday, no, it was 2 Thursdays ago. This Thursday, it'll be 2 weeks ago, I met with the fire chief and me and someone from the state fire marshal's office on a gas installation in town here. It was at 3 different units, and I was notified by phone that someone from the stove shop was going to put a wood stove in or whatever, and they were looking at the gas lines, and they said this stuff's not up to code. So anyway, I went over and looked at it, and sure enough, there are a lot of problems. And so anyway, we met last Thursday, and we met with the one of 2 contractors who did work there, and they both made many mistakes, and they're both licensed. So the key there is education, to educate them. And so between the fire marshal's office, which was Randy Sherman, we went over and made a plan of what needed to be done there. So anyway, I was there 2 days ago, and the plan was to get from the one contractor to get most of the work done in 1 week, and so the other contractor could come in and continue his work and fix his stuff. So anyway, I was there Monday, and the first building isn't even done. So anyway, today I made a bunch of phone calls. Suppose he's come there tonight to work and finish it up tomorrow, so it'll be done by tomorrow, hopefully. And the next contractor can come in and finish up the work. I just don't understand why. If it was me, I'd be there the next day and fix stuff, just get it done with. So anyway, hopefully by sometime tomorrow it'll be done. I'll go over there, do an inspection, and I can call the next contractor to come in and they can continue their work and fix what's wrong, what they did wrong, and they'll fix that and continue their gas installation or whatever. So hopefully that gets all done.
I think the biggest thing is to let them know that you're watching.
Well, that's
That's
true.
really important.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I had a comment the other day. I went to go inspect the foundation, and the guy putting the foundation was like, I haven't seen a building inspector in 20 years. That's what he told me. Yeah.
And I actually
Wow.
asked him for the plans. I said, "You got plans? I'd like to see what, just what's going on." He's like, "Wow." So I thought that was pretty, not funny, but unusual. Whatever. So, and then on another note, the fire department, we have solar batteries up at the top of Tyrol. It's year 5 for those, so we're
Right.
replacing those. The cost gets shared with Bartlett. And probably about 6 weeks ago, we had a radio problem, and we went up there on a Saturday, and we have another duplicated setup, so we just changed that out and got back up on the air. But the one that we took off the Summit went to the radio repair store, whatever, Ospey Mountain Electronics. They replaced one of the units, and we found out that those units are like 10 years old. So I think this coming up spring between the two towns, we should budget. So one town pays for one radio and one pays for the other, because there's 3 radios in line, they all talk to each other type deal. So just to get everything back up onto
Regular schedule.
everything new, yeah. So
What are we talking for money there?
Yeah.
Probably about $1,500 per radio. So,
How many? 3 each? Three?
so we already paid one
Yeah.
for
So 2
one.
more.
That's going to be a repair bill. So that'll get split between Bartlett and Jackson, and then next spring, just plan each town buying a new one. So. Because it's not the easiest thing getting up there in winter time when it's.
They'll make it till then, through the winter?
Yeah, they should. Yeah. And we always have the backup unit.
Yeah.
But sometimes when there's a lot of snow, you got to go up there in snowmobile, and the trail's not broken. It's pretty hard. So that's another note on what's going on with the fire department, communication-wise.
And then we do have that
Building
The
permit?
renewal,
Renewal.
for the building permit renewal application to be approved.
Oh, that's right. I don't even have that with me. There you go.
Is that it?
Thank you. I think that's it. It was just a simple sheet so we don't have to duplicate everything from the original building permit or whatever. So this is just all, because we already have the info, so this will just be, stating that we're renewing it for another year. Has everyone seen this?
Mm-mm.
No?
I mean, I think I did.
Yeah, just add it.
So it's just taking this big building
And
permit
can you
with
get
the original
quotes
and making
for the
this just the
Right, this would be
renewal?
for a re-up.
It's like a re-up.
People used to have to fill
Oh.
out.
The whole thing again? Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
all 6 pages. So.
Let me just touch on that
Original.
base there for a second, because the problem with getting quotes on radios is, most of our radios are all Motorola.
Right.
So what happens is Motorola only works with certain dealers in certain areas. So I don't even know where the next Motorola dealer is from here. I mean, it might be one in the Portland area, way over there, but, and we could look at it that way, yeah.
But if we could have some
Yeah,
parameter
ballpark, yeah, I know what you're saying.
by budget season.
Yep, just to give a heads up on that, yeah.
Because we have to talk to Bartlett too.
Yeah, I know.
It's basically just the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
information.
Yeah,
Board.
thanks.
Yep, I'll mention that to Jay, so.
That's your hands.
That's Julie Hoyt's work, I think.
Do you need this?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think Julie Hoyt made that
So
up.
we have to vote on that, right?
Yeah.
So take a motion to accept the new building permit renewal applications. Period.
Make a motion to accept that.
I will second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for doing that. That's
Yes,
just a
nice and concise.
concise form, right?
Yeah, simplify things.
Streamline it.
That's the word, yeah, let's make it. There you go.
Do all of the applications get filled out online at all, or by hand, or?
No, they download them
submitted?
from either online or pick them up from me or from the office, and then they actually physically fill them out
Hand write
and
it
drop
up.
them in, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it'd be another whole entire other step to do them online, which
Just
wouldn't be a bad
curious.
idea. I mean, once you do get it all,
Yeah,
We had someone who submitted theirs,
you know,
they had filled it in, but they probably have Adobe
like PDF.
Yeah,
type
writers,
PDF.
so they can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could make it,
PDF
but the thing
fillable.
is getting their signature,
Yeah, the signature you always need.
so.
Got it.
Yeah, I'd like to do that actually with building inspections, like, because I know like even like police cruisers have like printers in their cars where they print out tickets and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Where I could do either on a laptop or something and then just print out the inspection report,
Mhm.
a little printer or whatever and give it to them. Because
Yeah.
otherwise I have to handwrite everything and
Mhm.
my handwriting's not
It's
the
the
best.
John Allen system.
Yeah, right. Right.
Something to look at. That'd be definitely a good winter project to work on when things slow down.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
Anything else for Kevin?
That's it.
Well, just an add-on that I happened to look at our newest town assessment, we're over $500 million now.
Yeah.
Up from what I think 430
Mhm.
or something like that. So the town went up to 470 and the water precinct is 80 million. So we're getting up there. We're up there with the big boys.
Wow. It was up like 11 or 12%, I guess,
Mhm.
I think Jason was saying 10, just over 10.
just over 10. All righty.
All right, well, thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin.
I don't have anything for item number 7. Anybody have any new business?
Nope.
Alrighty, move on to old business, which is school bus parking.
So I did confirm with Jerry that one of the bus drivers is currently parking the bus near their house, but they won't be able to do that for winter. So it will move at some point. You guys will need to decide where you want that second bus to go.
And we've been looking at the parking lot here as one of the options.
Right, and then there was some concern about doing the electrical there, so maybe that wouldn't be the best option. I don't know what.
You're the electrical guy, what's your thought on that?
Well, they'd have to drop a new service. I mean, there's not enough power out there through the light system, which you'd have to leave that on, put photocells on each light, and then have, an outlet or a couple outlets for the buses to plug into for the block heaters to start. And that's not going to be inexpensive. I mean, it's an expense to have a pedestal and a meter and a panel and the plugs. So I'd ask them to, look for something,
Well, yeah.
either where it is now somehow, work with Pat as far as about plowing, maintenance next to the old salt shed, or I don't know what they have at the school that could be used. If one bus could be there and one bus could be at the old salt shed. So I think it takes, it's going to be a little more homework because one way, there's no great new expense. The other way, you're going to have to, put in, as I said, put in another entrance service.
Was it possible to do something up at the garage? I know that was kicked around there for
Julie was saying.
possibility.
We could ask what those guys
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
To do something. Getting close.
Yeah, it seems also that they would, that would have to be a priority to plow the bus
Out.
out
Right.
quickly since, versus at the salt shed where it's already high priority to get
Yeah,
the bus
right.
out,
Is
so.
one gonna remain there? I mean, or were you guys talking about moving both? Will one remain as its own?
Yeah, well, we have to house both, so,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna find.
Well, but
yeah.
are we only looking for a spot for one? Will the other one remain?
I
where it
think
has
the
always
one
been?
is okay. They can maneuver it, be putting a second one there that really gags up that space, so we'll keep looking at it.
All right. Item 8B, Fire Station Building Committee, appointments and terms. Did we already appoint people?
Well, so
No, we
it
haven't.
was an informal last time. What happened was it had to be decided how it was gonna work with Dick and Barb being on both the planning board and,
Right.
so I think what has been resolved, I don't know if you guys wanna speak to it, but I think Dick is gonna be the selectman rep on the planning board and Barb is gonna remain on the
fires.
Right, because you can have two people on the same board, right?
Right. Does that sound
That work for you?
acceptable?
I hope it works out, because if my term is up in March at the next town meeting, I would like to still be on the planning board, but I would be replaced. So I don't know how to maneuver that. I'd just soon stay on the planning board.
Mhm.
Sure.
So if there's some deal we can work out, it'd be fine. But for now, I'm happy to be the selectman's rep for the planning board.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you, sounds good.
So I think with the fire appointments, the only thing that we need to mention is when the terms are good through, which is the length of the project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Length of project.
Did you want to reread those names then, John?
I don't have them in front of me, do I?
Yeah.
Right here?
Mhm.
Jerry Doherty, Hank Gresh, Ebony Deal, Bill Kelly, Jay Henry, yours truly, Pat Kelly, and Peter Benson.
Mhm.
All right. And those are, terms will be for the length of the project, so.
Right.
All righty. You got a meeting coming up on that, or what's the?
We don't have anything at this point, but I think now that the committee's been appointed, we'll set something up. So
Good.
move forward and we'll keep
See a date.
keep that on the agenda for updates.
I just talked with Jay, and Jay's gonna give me a tour of the fire station again. I haven't had one in a while, so
Yeah,
good to go check it out again,
yeah.
see what's up. All right, any other old business in here?
Nope.
All right. Public comments. B.
Is Pat Kelly is not a taxpayer, can he be on the committee?
Well, he's listed as a rep from the fire department, highway department, so.
I would check on that.
We did check with LGC. They do not have to be residents to be on the committee.
They
On
can
a
spend their
subcommittee.
money, but they don't have to be with. Also, have you driven up by Mountain Road recently?
No.
Try it.
All right.
The potholes, please don't turn it on.
All right.
Read, there's a lot of writing on Iron Mountain Road. Dig into it and read it. It's supposed
No,
to
I'm
be
scared to go.
maintained.
Iron Mountain Road.
There's a lot of paperwork on it, and it is supposed to be maintained. Leaves and potholes don't do too much.
All right. Any other public comments? Go ahead.
I just wanted to bring forward the idea that the Beal family land in Jackson and Bartlett is being considered for a easement that would put it in open space for forever, until a good lawyer comes in and ruins it. But the Upper Saco Valley Land Trust and the Trust for, I have to read it, for public land. And it's probably going to be a 3-year process, or it's a long process. They're looking for funding right now that they won't find out about until, I think, next October. But that would be a federal grant for the open space, which could be over $1 million, which is a lot of money, but that's what it takes to do one of these. So it's in the works. That would take care of probably 60% of the costs of doing that. So anyway, it's out there. I know there was a meeting, I think last night, with Bartlett. The Land Trust would like to have a meeting with us next meeting if they can pull the fellow over from Hanover who's with the other trust anyway, we're trying to get that so they'll make a presentation to us here.
Good.
Well, I told them, I said it would be really important for us to know what's going on with the land and how we're going to interface with Bartlett, because then we have to fit, but it's not, it's 1,200 acres, but it's not contiguous. There's different.
Yeah, where's the land?
Off of Dundee.
It's off of Dundee Road. I've got a map that's not real clear, but I can show it to you. I can get William to send us a larger
these
copy, so it's the
parcels?
orange.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is Dundee then?
But a couple of things, they would pay taxes. We would still get tax revenue at the current use rate. And if they were to take land out for, say, a parking lot, it would be the 10% of the current value that they would pay off in order to do that. So we're not really going to lose money. It's not detrimental to us.
I'll be interested to hear from them.
Well, I bring it up now, it's going to be a long process.
Yeah.
It's not something that happens quick, but they are persistent. I mean, they're the people that will just stay with it. And the fact that the Beals are even entertaining the idea, I think is a wonderful thing.
Very good. Any other public comments? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much for coming.